All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol IDEX, Ideanomics Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I do want every single investor to be aware of the fact that I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys that you definitely want to add to your watch list. We're going to look at its chart, and we're going to look over the ticker symbol and potential moving forward. So stay tuned for more information on that. So IDEX stock, Ideanomics Inc. has had a run. It broke through resistance and it's pulling back. And now the 50-day moving average was catching up to it. And now they've met in the middle. Literally the 50-day moving average. Let's go ahead and move the resistance and support to its new location. But the 50-day moving average came up and this came down. And they've just literally met right there at the middle. Now, I believe we're slightly below the 50-day moving average by a cent or two. So we're in tug-of-war zone right now in this area. It's going to be very important to watch this closely moving forward. But when you zoom out, it is bound to happen. That type of pullback was bound to happen if we go ahead and see how much it's pulled back and how much it ran up. It was bound to happen. Now, as long as it holds itself up within this area and doesn't go much lower than probably this low end here, then it'll be a little bit of a healthy sign of some consolidation within these areas, because some of that pulled back, some profit taking, uncertainty, and then we're cooling off here. But at least we're higher than here, we're higher than here, and we're higher than here if some consolidation forms within these areas. So I'm going to talk about those supports in just a moment, but that is something to consider. Now, if it just eats away all these gains and it ends up back down to this area, and then from here it breaks through those points and it gets closer down to this area, then that's something we need to watch carefully, because now it's going, instead of the upward momentum that we've been seeing, it's going to give us this effect again, which I highly doubt IDX is going to go through something like this again, because it's been showing a healthy, steady growth pattern. But it's always good to consider those worse, those worse approaches, because they let you have an idea of what's to come, and we're not blinded, right? We're not caught by surprise. That's what I mean by that. And I hope you guys are understanding why I'm talking back at this time. Now, this was due to a lot of negative feedback about IDX, and it was pounded hard, and it actually took that hit. But it's been recovering. We just don't want this to change, right, the healthy growth that it's had back into something in that direction. That wouldn't be a healthy sign moving forward. So let's go ahead and see here how it's reacting. So the 50-day moving average is 384. We're slightly below it at 383. Support is 379. If that gets broken through, we could be on our way down to newer lows, new support levels, and getting deeper into bearish territory. And the first support I will look at after that is 364. See if the bulls are trying to reappear, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, if that gets broken through, we do have one more down here at 352. And then lastly, the one I would look at for the next coming weeks, which I don't think it would go that down in that direction unless volatility or bad news pulls it down, is 342. Those are all the points I would look at to see how the stock's reacting within those areas and those sections of the chart in the downward direction if the volatility persists for the next coming weeks and months. So something to keep in mind. But 379 is the first support level to watch. Now, on the other hand, we have a resistance level that is very important, because it's the highest point before this pullback and one of the highest points after the peak, right, of 433, and then it sat at 428 and started to fall. This is what the bulls really want to break through and need to break through to reach newer highs, newer resistance levels, and pull further away from the 50-day moving average in the upward direction. Very important. Now, on the other hand, we have the short-term resistance level that can give us an idea that this is already moving upwards, and it's a little bit more narrow, and that's 402. So the bulls need to break through this to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. So I want to emphasize this. 402 needs to be broken through so this can start to work its way up. But 428 is what the bulls really want to aim for moving forward. So this can start to pull up further away significantly from the 50-day moving average in the upward direction. I hope that with these cues, you guys are well equipped for tomorrow's trading day. As always, if you're a first-time viewer, an investor coming across the channel and feel inclined to subscribe, please do so. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end because I have that ticker symbol you won't want to miss. You definitely want to add it to your watch list. Stay tuned. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, yesterday we talked about INTC, Intel Corp. And today I'm going to share another stock that you definitely want to keep on your watch list moving forward. It's in the same sector, but it's actually a little bit more comparable to NVIDIA. And it's almost 1/4 of the price. Now, INTC, we talked about it yesterday. I just want to do a small recap. We circled the big circle, how much it's dropped. We did the small circle. This could be the bottom, but we're also seeing it slightly recover. And then we drew that we want to see if this consolidates or pulls down further, because it could pull down further. Right now, it's within the consolidation period and area. Very interesting enough. It's been holding itself up, and there's room here for INTC to work its way back up over time. There's definitely potential, especially in this sector. Now, the one I'm going to share with you guys is IBM. This is the one you want to add to your watch list, and this one's already recovering really fast. I did not think it was going to recover this fast. As I did yesterday's video, I was looking at INTC. I was like, possibility of a type of consolidation to form, and we're already seeing it. And IBM was consolidating pretty fast at these lows. And quickly, as the day started to run, you could just see it running. And as I'm speaking about it, it's working its way up to newer highs. Interesting enough, it's like fighting to keep pushing. And it keeps seeing newer highs every 30 minutes so far. Now, IBM, it's a little bit more pricier, but it hit lows here of 117. And the midway point of all of this is about right here at this point of 115. And then the next point would be probably down here at 111 and then 105. But to kind of break this down into three sections, 117, your first support, your next one's 115, and then down here at 105. So you kind of have those points of reference to see if it continues to pull in that direction in the near future, or if it doesn't even get near them, this is already pulling back up, and it might seem to have been the bottom of this drop. I'm not saying that it can go any lower later in the future, but it seems like this has been the bottom. And if we see consolidation forming, right, for a really short period moving into tomorrow or the next following days, and then continue to work its way up, this could be on its way back up to these highs over an extended period of time, either weeks or months from now. Now, the one thing I do look here at the chart is that a lot of investors that have been in way before this started to run from 105 all the way to here, anywhere around this area, are saying, whoa, the last time we saw this at 117, 118 was back in November 20th, 23rd, leading into the end of the month. So we haven't seen this type of discount for 2 months now. So long-term investors are definitely jumping in and taking advantage of the price. That is becoming very obvious. And a lot of investors were willing to pay these premiums. So at some point, once it gets back up to these numbers, it's going to keep pushing up. So very interesting, in my opinion, based off the chart, how quickly it's reacting. This is definitely one to keep on your watch list and radar. As always, if you like this video and you found it helpful and informative, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click on the bell. Share it with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. And thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.